Hi, I'm Rebecca, and this is my knitting vlog where I talk about stuff. Sometimes it's knitting, sometimes it's jelly bellies, sometimes it's just my life, sometimes it could be anything. We're just gonna see where this goes, okay? But there's a couple things I want to get off my chest right off the bat. It's not really off my chest, it's just things I want to make sure I talk about because I've done 30 takes of this so far today, and I'm always doing good, and then I'm like, oh my god, did I talk about this? I'm Rebecca. I live in Silverdale, Washington. I have people in my family, and I have 2 dogs. Okay, people actually do live with me. They could choose not to, but they do, so it's their problem. I have family. Okay, that's my entire point there. People like me. I'm knitting a sweater for my daughter. This is the Larkin sweater, and it is 4 fingering weight yarns held quadruple, which is nice. It's size 10 needles. It goes really fast. I knit to here in one evening, and then the next day I knit all of this. That was Friday. I knit this. I haven't knit all weekend, and I need to knit the next sleeve. I showed this to my daughter. She didn't really care that much until I told her it was like Frozen, and then she's like, oh my god, I love Frozen. So here's her Frozen sweater. You can't tell, but it's actually sparkly, like this light blue color. You cannot tell at all, but there is sparkle in it, and so she's really excited about the sparkle. The weather is like 40 degrees now, and it was 80 degrees like 2 weeks ago, so we are rapidly headed into winter. So I wanted to make sure that I get some knits for my kids going so that they don't freeze to death outside. Not that anybody's ever frozen to death in 40-degree weather, but you know, I guess it could happen, right? Theoretically. Probably not at a bus stop. Probably never happened. So I just want them to be warm and cozy. So I like to knit them things, especially my 6-year-old, because she's the most knit-worthy child I have. So here's my question to you guys. Should I do white for the rolled color, or should I do purple? Like the dark purple to match the hems. What do we think? What do you think? I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. I can see the pros and cons to both sides. Oh my gosh, my eyeball. I'm sorry. Second thing I wanted to talk about. Stephen Westminster knit along. So I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, I need to vlog. And then my friend Rose messaged me and she was like, hey, Irina from Fiber Chats is looking for someone to interview. She asked me if I knew anybody. Do you want to do it? And I'm like, well, I can't let my friend Rose down. So I'm like, yeah, sure. Okay. So I messaged Irina and she was so sweet. She's so sweet. What a great person, right? And I'm like, hey, I will interview with you. And she said yes, which was great, but it's also one of the worst decisions she has ever made. And I am so sorry for that. I feel awful that I conned her into this because she didn't know what she was walking into. She asked me questions about the Westminster knit along, and I gave some honest answers, and I feel really bad about that. But also, it's me. Okay, it's me. It's who I am. I sounded like a potato, but if a potato was going through like a manic episode and also had Kermit Flail arms. So if you can imagine somebody saying something completely stupid while doing this in a really hyper exaggerated voice, that's what it was like. So you don't have to watch now. You should definitely watch anyway because she's great. But hopefully I'm at the end, and when that happens, just turn it off. There's nothing of value there at all. Unless she magically edits me into a eloquent speaker. Sorry, I was just, you know how you're talking and then sometimes you say a word and then you're like, oh yeah, that's how that word works with that other word. No? Okay. Anyway, unless she makes me into this amazing, brilliant speaker, it's gonna be bad, and I feel really bad about that. You guys, it was a mess. It was a mess. But that's why all my West knits are out here. Shawlography is hanging out with my friend Priscilla. Priscilla doesn't have a say. She wears my knits and she doesn't complain. So she's actually my best friend. The Doodler, Shawlography, Starflake. I don't know. I got all kinds of things over here. Earth and Sky. Oh, Color Craving. Oh, you guys have already seen all these because you saw the episode I did where I showed up all of my West knits. Color Craving. What a fun one. Okay. So anyway, mystery knit along today. Twists and turns today. This year, twists and turns. I love my colors. I really had second thoughts, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 10th thoughts about my colors, but I actually do. Now that it's almost done, I still haven't got anywhere on it, but now that it's almost done, I feel like this has a lot of potential, right? Like it's going places. I think that it's wearable. I think that I'm gonna be able to get away with like putting this on with all of the black clothes that I wear. See, look, watch. See, I think it looks okay, right? I'm too close. I can't like, I think it looks okay. I think it's gonna be fine. I've seen people really do a good job styling it, and I don't know how to wear shawls, but I feel like it's gonna be okay. I feel like it's gonna be okay. She didn't really ask to see my colors, which is good because I didn't really want to have to explain them, but I think it's gonna be fine. I think it's gonna be fine. Yeah, see? I think it's okay. It's okay. It's good. I like the colors. I think that they're a little bit, I think it blends all together, right? Like it just works once it's on. So there you go. I was going to be on the Humans of Westnet's video series. I'm nervous about that. I'm nervous about that, guys. Wow, that was not good at being interviewed. That's okay. She was lovely. She was the best. And I said things, and then I started worrying that Stephen West is gonna watch them, and he's gonna be like, "Oh my God, she's the worst." Because okay, you know what? I don't want to tell you what was said because I feel like it's not my video, it's hers. But I did feel like Stephen West and I probably won't be friends when it's over. But we're not friends now, so I guess I didn't really lose anything. He'll probably just block me on social media, which is okay. Sorry, Stephen, I love you. But yeah, I'm not going to go into the details of that because that's her thing. And if you want to know what I said, then it was only fair to her that you go see that. Right. So anyway, that's how that went. I didn't vlog over the weekend. My kids were around, obviously, which is fine. They're always around. But, you know, I have to go be alone for like an hour in my bedroom recording this, and the lighting's not good, and I actually like hanging out with my kids and being around them. I don't like hiding away from them, so we spend a lot of time together actually, so it's just harder to do on the weekends. December I'll probably go back, Vlogmas, you know, whatever. Like these are made up concepts, right? Like Vlogmas isn't even real. Vlogtober's not real. Those aren't real things. They're just made up. You can actually vlog 365 days a year if you want to. You could vlog every day and just not do November and December. There's no rules. Those aren't real things. Anyway, I don't have a lot now because I haven't knit very much. I was on Humans of Westnet's basically against my will, against my better judgment. I hadn't had enough caffeine before I agreed. That was pre-coffee, pre-energy drink. So, you know, it wasn't my fault. I worked on the sweater. I haven't knit all weekend. Not even a stitch. I haven't knit a stitch all weekend long, which is not normal for me. Been kind of in a slump, not really feeling like talking to anybody. And so then I did an interview, and it didn't go great from my perspective, but that's all me. Anyway, I think I'm out of things to say. I look like I've been crying. I haven't. I have a heat dish blowing on me because I'm cold, so I think that's why it's messing with my coloring. But yeah. So thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for putting up with this low energy. All of my high energy has been expended. Okay, it's been expended. And I used up the last of my dry shampoo. Probably contributed to my cancer causing cells or whatever. So you're welcome, Irina. It was a small price to pay for you. Anyway, I'm gonna go and I have things to do. I need to write a small bio or whatever for Irina to put up there, and I have to send her a picture of myself, and that's really not gonna be very fun. I don't know, and I should have thought about this a little harder before I decided to do that, but that's okay. YOLO, right? I kind of wanted to anyway, but I didn't like email her because I'm like, I'm not very cool, kind of a loser. Like she doesn't want to talk to me. Everybody else is awesome, but as fate would have it, I did. So anyway, well, I'm gonna go now for real. Okay, we're coming up on 10 minutes, and yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.